Hey there, future fellow weirdo of the flock. How are you? Welcome to the most offensive church this side of the universe, the Party Pig. Yay! Welcome. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said, because he did not fucking say that. This is God's unofficial biography, Das Bible, as read by
yours truly, the Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage, Saint Nikki K. the Great. Haha. And I am wonderful. Clap for me, I clap for you. Welcome. We are in the Old Testament right now. We're in the book of 2 Samuel. We're reading the story of David. And right now, we are going to get on Jesus' spaceship and we are going to go to where Samuel is. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go to where Samuel is. And then we're going to have a great time. No, it's supposed to be... I thought it was going to be a different way. I don't remember. But it's supposed to be, I thought. One of them was bigger than the other, I thought. I don't remember. I don't know, maybe this one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay. So, now, let's get our life together and start our journey. So, here we go. Buckle up, everyone. I have no idea where we're going to end up. But it's somewhere with David. I think we are in the city of David still. Oh, yeah. David saw Bathsheba naked. So then he had sex with her. And she got pregnant. And David freaked out and tried to send Uriah home so he could have sex with his wife and then they could pretend that baby is Uriah's. But Uriah, not taking the hint, hey, go make love to your wife, instead, he bothered David and his servants all night and all day for days on end. He refused to go home. So David took matters into his own hands and sent Uriah. Well, he indirectly killed Uriah. He sent him to the front of the battle line. You know, so I mean, technically he could have stood up for himself, you know, fought back. But also, this could have been a heavy archered area. So then maybe he couldn't have stood up for himself. So maybe I should just shut my big mouth, maybe. And, then, and then, yeah. Once Bathsheba learned that Uriah was dead, she mourned for him for a little bit, but then David was like, my wifey, and she was like, fuck yeah, I want to be your wifey, you're the king. Uriah who? I don't even know that guy. So, yes, David, I will marry you like I've never been married before. It'll work out. So, that's where we left off. And we'll be picking up somewhere around that story. Not exactly sure. But we will be picking up on a story. So come with me. I have everything you need to have a time of times. I have cigarettes. I have cannabis. I have coffee. I have a chair with your name on it. I have cat beds and canine space. So bring your animals, we have a good time. Yep. Just like that. Yep. So, we are on chapter 12. So, chapter 12 says, Then the Lord sent Nathan to David, and he came to him and said,
So there were like two dudes and stuff, man, and they were in one city. One rich man and one poor man. The rich man had exceedingly many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing except one little lamb, which he had bought and nourished, and it grew up with him and his children. It ate at his own table. Right? Wait, where'd I live? It ate of his own food and drank from his own cup, and lay in his bosom, and it was like a daughter to him. And a traveler came to the rich man, who refused to take herd and prepare one for the wayfaring man who had come to him. But he took the poor man's lamb and prepared it for the man who was coming. Yeah, that's some dick shit, right? Yeah, it is.
So David's anger was greatly aroused against the man, and he said, As the Lord lives, the man who has done this shall surely die, and he shall restore fourfold, because he did this thing, because he had no pity. And then Nathan was like, You idiot. Clearly it's you. Like, clearly, that is not even a real story. Literally, that's something you just did. Bathsheba is the pretty lamb, you asshole. What were you thinking? Look. So look, this is what God said. Okay, because God is not very happy with this. Just so you know, so you better put on your diaper and get ready to shit your pants. I'll wait for you to put your diaper on, because it's about to be all bad for you. Yeah, because God's pissed off inside my head right now.
Yeah, I'm mad. I anointed you king, and I delivered you from Saul. I gave you your master's house, your master's wives, into your keeping, and gave you Israel and Judah. And if that would have been too little, I would have also given you much more. Why have you despised the commandment of the Lord to do evil? What the hell were you thinking? You killed Uriah with the sword, and you have taken his wife to be your wife. Hi, cousin. To be your wife. Listen, behold, I will raise up adversity against you from your own house. I will take your wives and give them to your neighbor, and he shall lie with your wives in the sight of this son. For you did it secretly, but I will do this thing before everyone. Because I happen to be the shit. Fuck you, David. What were you thinking? Man, you suck.
So, David said to Nathan, "Oh yeah, I did a boo-boo for sure." And Nathan was like, "The Lord has put away your sin. You're not gonna die. However, by this deed, you have given great occasion to the enemies to blaspheme. The child also who is born to you will die." Then Nathan departed to his house, and the Lord struck the child that Uriah's wife bore to David, and it became ill. David therefore pleaded with God for the child. He fasted and went in and lay all night on the ground. So the elders of his house arose and went to him to raise him from the ground. But he would not, nor did he eat food. Then on the 7th day, it came to pass that the child was dead. For they said, "Indeed, while the child was alive, we spoke to him, and he would not heed us. How can we tell him that the child is dead?" And they said, "He is dead." So, okay. How can we tell him the child is dead? He may do harm. Then David saw that his servants were whispering. So David was like, "So I guess he's dead." And they're like, "Yeah, he's dead." So David got up and washed and anointed himself, changed his clothes, and went to the house of the Lord and worshiped. Then he went to his own house, and then when he requested, they set food before him, and he ate. Then his servants said, "What the hell? What are you doing? This is crazy. This is not a thing." And then David was like, "Well, while the kid was alive, I fasted for him and it didn't work. So how's it going to work when he's already dead? This is stupid. Leave me alone. Let me eat my food." Then David comforted Bathsheba and went into her and lay with her. So she bore a son and called him Solomon. Now the Lord loved him, and he sent word by the hand of Nathan. So he called his name Jedediah because of the Lord. Now Joab fought against Rabbah, the people of Ammon, and took the royal city. And Joab sent messengers to David and said, "Okay, I've won. So get everybody and come here and take it lest I take the city and it be called after me. So David gathered them all together and went to Rabbah and finished it off. Then he took their king's crown from his head. Its weight was a talent of gold with precious stones, and it was set on David's head. Also, he brought out the spoil of the city in great abundance, and he brought out the people who were in it. Okay, so here we go. This is some fucked up shit. And everybody thinks me cussing is some fucked up shit. Listen to this, man, because you'll be like, man, that's some fucked up shit. I'm telling you. This is fucking crazy. Like, absolutely fucking crazy. So he brought out the people who were in it and put them to work with saws and iron picks and iron axes, and made them cross over to the brickworks. So he did to all the cities of the people of Ammon. Then he and all the people returned to Judah. Oh, he put them to work. Okay. Well, the first time I read this, I thought he chopped them all up. Okay, well, never mind. He saved the people and made them work. I guess that's kind of nice. That's a nice thing. See, David's going around trying to be a nice guy. Yeah. But this might be the wrong part. I might be thinking that does happen. And it is some fucked up shit. But I think it's further up in the story, but I can't prove it. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 12. So we're getting ready to go on to chapter 13. But, cousin, what are you up to? I guess while we're sitting here taking a break. And I wonder if Fred came or if he's asleep. I bet he probably fell asleep. I should message him. Like, you're missing my live stream. I'm gonna message him. Like, hey, you're missing my live stream, dude. What the fuck is that? Okay. Oh, yeah. He might have quit messaging me because I was pressuring him into talking. Missing the live stream. What? Messaging Fred. Sent. Oh, he's gonna love this so much. He's gonna be all about it. Taking care of my woman and taking... You have a woman? When did you get a girlfriend? I would really like to know when you got a girlfriend. Okay. Let me finish rolling this cigarette. I guess it doesn't really matter when you got a girlfriend. And I think Fred did fall asleep. Oh, I don't mean girlfriend. Okay. Am I at least one of those women? Because you're taking care of me by joining my live stream. And I appreciate you more than you know. Okay. So, um, what is happening? Oh. Oh, that's why that does that. Okay. Well, we're gonna pretend like I didn't notice that just happened. Anyway, we're going on to chapter 13. Oh, yeah, I deleted my Discord, by the way, because it was a dead Discord and nobody was really showing up or communicating on it. Well, most of those people on that Discord anyway don't even show up to my stream. So it's like, well, why do I have this? Why are these people here when they don't even join my live streams anymore? Like, I guess it was fun while it was new, and then people are just like, okay, I'm over it. I don't know. But that was just my thought, and I deleted it, and nobody's even noticed. You need to what? I need to re-download Discord. Well, then, see what I'm saying? Like, you undownloaded Discord. So really, you weren't even going to be on it anyway. So, like, I guess if you re-download Discord, delete your thing on there. Delete your channel on there. And then all I have is Miss Mudduck's Discord on there. But she uses Discord for other groups. And she said she would be back. Oh, got a new phone. I could see why you didn't have Discord. But Miss Mudduck said she would be back eventually, and she's not mad at me, but she needed a break from the interwebs. But, like, she gets into, like, the drama Facebook, so I can understand her needing a break from that kind of negativity. Or whatever, but Miss Mudduck is all in it though, so I can understand it. I don't deal with the negative Facebook or the negative YouTube or anything like that, so the internet is pretty cool to me. But I met another Firefly. Well, I didn't meet her, but I saw her before. Her name is Firefly Rose. And I thought to myself, I wonder if that's Firefly. But I don't think so, because she would recognize me, I think, right? And have you seen how many subscribers we have now, cousin? And arguing with my mom on Saturday, it got me a lot of subscribers. Well, at least three subscribers arguing with my mom on Saturday. But I think I might have my mom listen to me preach the Sermon on the Mount and then see what she says, because my mom's uber Christian. Yeah, I know. I can't wait till I hit 300. I might actually celebrate. Yep. And I might actually remember to celebrate. And do you remember when your mom was my 200 or my 150th subscriber? Dustin was my 100th subscriber. Or no, Dustin was my 50th subscriber. My dad was my 100th subscriber. And your mom was my 150th subscriber. And I don't remember when you subscribed, probably at the beginning, within like my first 30 subscribers, right? Yeah, you had to be within my first 30 subscribers. I remember those three because they were even numbers. I got them to do my biggest even numbers. Yep. And you were my 50th subscriber. No, 30th subscriber, I mean. But then have you been watching? I was early to it, yep. So you had to be my 30th subscriber. See, my family supports me real good. My family supports me real good. And I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys so much. Because you believe in my dreams. And I don't even know what my dreams are. But you guys believe in them, and that's all that matters. Yep. But now we are going to go on to chapter 13. Okay. Oh, yeah. We are getting to. This is a part that, like, David. I really don't like this part of David's story. Because this is some coward bullshit. But I can kind of understand why he does what he does. But then again, I can't condone this shit because an enemy is an enemy. But he did the same thing with Saul. He didn't want to hurt Saul either because Saul was God's anointed. Absalom has nothing to do with God. Yeah. Okay. After this, Absalom Oh, wait, no. This is the story before that story. I forgot about this story. Well, from my ministry, it's kind of different. Yes, I understand that. Yep, that is a good thing. But remind them it's effort. Make effort. And doing the right thing is like a hard thing to do. And let them know to be willing to sacrifice the sin in their life to go the right way. But anyway, I'm not telling you how to preach. But having familiar love. I know. And it really does. And it really does. And I love you so much. Okay. So, Absalom, the son of David, had a lovely sister whose name was Tamar. Okay, his lovely sister name was Tamar. And Ammon, the son of David, loved her. And Ammon was so distressed over his sister that he became sick. For it was a virgin, and it was improper for Ammon to do anything to her. But Ammon had a friend whose name was Jonadab, David's brother, so was his uncle. Now Jonadab was a very crafty man, and he said to him, "Why are you, the king's son, becoming thinner day after day? Tell me." And he was like, "And I want to bang my sister. Because have you seen her? She's like bam, 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 bum, diggity, fine." And it's like, I feel like she's teasing me. I mean, she's probably not, but everything she does makes my balls swell. It is a thing. Okay. So, Jonadab said, "Lie down on your bed and pretend to be ill. And when your father comes, tell him, I want Tamar to feed me like a baby." Yeah, that's a thing that happened. So, then Ammon laid down and pretended to be ill. And then when David came, Ammon told her. And David sent home to Tamar, saying, "Go handle your brother Ammon." So, Tamar, hey baby, Tamar went to her brother Ammon's house, and he was lying down. And she took flour and kneaded it, made cakes in his sight, and baked them. And she took the pan and placed them out before him, but he refused to eat. Then Ammon said, "Make everybody leave." Yeah, no, it gets worse. Listen. Have everyone leave. And then Ammon said to Tamar, "Bring the food to my bedroom, so I may eat it from your hand, oh my dear sister." Okay. So she did. Now, when she had brought them to him, he took hold of her and said, "Come with me." And she was like, no, that's gross. Do not do this disgraceful thing. And where could I take my shame? And as for you, you would be like one of the fools. Now, therefore, speak to the king, for he will not withhold me from you. However, he would not heed her voice, and being stronger than her, he did the forcible sexy time to her in a really gross manner. Like, he was very violent. Like, it was some scary sexy time, if you know what I mean. And then, after he laid with her, Ammon hated her exceedingly. So the hatred in which he hated her was greater than the love that he had. And then he told her, "Be gone." So she said to him, "No, this evil thing is so bad, and sending me away is worse." But he would not listen. Then he called his servants who attended him and said, "Make her leave." Yeah, make her leave and bolt the door behind her. Now she had on a robe of many colors, for the king's virgin daughters wore such apparel. And his servant put her out and bolted the door behind her. Then Tamar put ashes on her head and got naked and laid her hand on her head and went away, crying bitterly. And Absalom, her brother, said to her, "What happened? Was it Ammon? Is that why you're naked?" Okay, I understand. Just go to my house. You'll be all right. Just don't say anything, or don't look. Just say it, or just do it. Just go and chill out at my house, right? So Tamar remained desolate in Absalom's house. But King David heard of all these things and was very angry. And Absalom spoke to his brother, neither good nor bad, for Absalom hated him because of what he did to Tamar. And it came to pass, after 2 full years, that Absalom had sheep herders in Baal Hazor, which is near Ephraim. So Absalom invited all the king's sons. Then Absalom said, "Kindly note your servant has sheep herders. Please let the king and his servants go with your servant." But the king, the king, being the crafty man that he was like, "Nope, I respectfully decline, because no." But Absalom said, "If not, let Ammon go." And the king said, "Why?" But Absalom would not let up on that. So he let Ammon and all the king's sons go with him. Now Absalom commanded his servants, saying, "Watch now, when Ammon's heart is merry with wine, and I say to you, strike him, then kill him. Do not be afraid. I commanded you to do this thing. Be courageous and valiant." So the servants of Absalom did to Amnon as Absalom told them to. Then all the king's sons arose, and each one on his mule, and fled. And it came to pass, when they were on the way, that news came to David, saying, "All of your sons are dead. Not one of them is left." So the king arose and got naked and lay on the ground. And all his servants stood by naked. Then Jonadab, the son of Shimei, David's brother, said, "No, I don't think they've killed all the young men, because only Ammon is dead. For by the command of Absalom, this has been determined from the day he forced his sister Tamar. Now, therefore, do not be like this. It's only one of them. Don't even think that all your sons are dead, because it's only one." Then Absalom fled, and the young man who was keeping watch lifted his eyes and looked, and there were many people coming from the road on the hillside behind him. And Jonadab said, "Look, your sons are coming. Look, I told you." So it was as soon as he had finished speaking that the king's sons indeed came, and they lifted up their voices and wept. Also, the king and all his servants wept bitterly. But Absalom fled and went to Talmai, the son of Ammihud, king of Geshur, and David mourned for Absalom every day. So Absalom was there 3 years, and King David longed to go to Absalom, for he had been comforted concerning Amnon, because he was dead. How many minutes are we at? "44 minutes. Okay. Well, I suppose that's not bad. Like 44 minutes is not really bad. So, welcome everyone. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We are at 44 minutes. And I don't know how long chapter 14 is. Oh, it's pretty long. Okay, so Okay. So, chapter 14. So, Joab perceived that the king's heart was concerned about Absalom. And Joab sent to Tekoa and brought from there a wise woman and said to her, "Are you a good actress? Because I need you to do some actress shit." "Yeah, I need you to tell him some stuff, right?" And Joab told her what to say. And when the woman of Tekoa spoke to the king, she did the face thing and said, "Help, king." Then the king said, "What do you need?" And she said, "I'm a widow. Now your maidservant had 2 sons, and the 2 fought with each other in the field, and there was no one to part them, but the one struck the other and killed him. Now the whole family has risen up against me." And they said, "Deliver him who struck his brother, that we may execute him for the life of the brother he killed, and we will destroy the heir also." So they would extinguish my member that is left, and leave my husband neither name nor remnant on the earth. Then the king said to the woman, "Go to your house, and I will give orders concerning you." Then the woman said, "My lord, let the iniquity be on me and my father's house, and the king and his throne be guiltless." And the king was like, "Well, whoever says anything, bring him to me, and he shall not touch you anymore." Then she said, "Remember the Lord your God, and do not permit the avenger of blood to destroy anymore, lest they destroy my son." And he said, "As the Lord lives, not one hair of your son's head will fall to the ground." Why am I so tired all of a sudden? I'm just way tired for no reason all of a sudden. Okay. Fall to the ground. Therefore, the woman said, "Can I talk to you for a second?" And he was like, "Okay." The woman said, "Why then have you schemed such a thing against the people of God? For the king speaks this thing as one who is guilty, that the king does not bring his banished one home again. For we will surely die and become like water spilled on the ground, which cannot be gathered up again." Yet God does not take away life, but he devises means so that his banished ones are not expelled from him. Now, therefore, I have come to speak this thing to you, because the people have made me afraid. And your maidservant said, "I will now speak to the king. It may be that the king will perform the request of his maidservant. For the king will hear and deliver his maidservant from the hand of the man who would destroy me and my son, from the inheritance of God." Your maidservant said, "The word of my lord king will now be comforting, For as the angel of God, so is my Lord King, and discerning good and evil. And may God be with you. And then he asked her, was this Joab's doing? And she said, Joab. And the woman says, yes. And the woman said, as you live, no one can turn to the right or to the left from anything that my lord the king has spoken. For your servant Joab commanded me and put all these words in my mouth to bring about this change of affairs. Your servant Joab did this thing, but my Lord is wise according to the wisdom of God to know everything that is on the earth. And the king said, all right, so go and bring back Absalom. Then Joab did the face thing and thanked the king. And Joab said, today your servant knows that I have found favor in your sight, and that the king has fulfilled the request of his servant. So Joab arose and went to Geshur and brought Absalom back to Judah. And the king said, let him go, but he cannot come see me at all. Now, there was no one who was praised as much as Absalom for his good looks. From the sole of his foot to the crown of his head, there was no blemish in him. And when he cut the hair of his head, at the end of every year, because it was too heavy, and when he cut it, he weighed the hair of his head at 200 shekels. To Absalom were born 3 sons and 1 daughter named Tamar. She was a woman of beautiful appearance. And Absalom dwelt 2 full years in Judah, but did not see the king's face. Therefore Absalom sent for Joab to send him to the king, but he would not. And when he sent again the second time, he would not come. So he said to his servant, see Joab's field over there? Go set it on fire. Then Joab arose and came to Absalom's and was like, what the hell did you do that for? There was no reason to set my field on fire. Literally no reason to set my field on fire. Like your dad said, he don't want to see you. Why do you have to see me for me to tell you that? Your dad will see you when he sends for you. What does that have to do with me? Nothing. Why did you set my field on fire? You better pay me back, because that is bullshit. So Joab went to the king and told him. And when he had called for Absalom, he came to the king and did the face thing before the king. Then the king kissed Absalom. And that's where we're ending. We'll be on chapter 15 tomorrow. So, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to tell you, I hope you had a good time. And I knew Fred was going to fall asleep. So, Fred, if you're watching this, I know you fell asleep. And it's okay. I hope you had sweet dreams. I do love you so much. And cousin, I love you and thank you for coming. And the people on Pilled, or the one person on Pilled, thank you for watching. Anyway, I love everybody. It's time to give the pillow some head, put some lipstick on, put a ring on it, get it all over your face. And then give your bed linen the best ass ever. Have a post-coital cigarette, smoke a bowl, and then have the sweetest dreams ever. I love you so much. Actually, if you just wait 1 second. What the fuck is happening? Oh. Okay. Here we did it. Okay. So now I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to tell you good night. I love you. Have the sweetest dreams ever. Hold on, I'm trying to read that, cousin. Oh, yeah. And don't forget to like and to subscribe. I appreciate you. Give me a follow and pills. And then, after you give me follows and pills and likes and subscriptions, then go to bed. I love you so much. Good night. I want to go find something to snack on.